What up, G-Life? It's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. Highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. Now, don't forget to check out my second channel, Man in Society, M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. What I wanted to get into was a conversation I was having with this one subscriber of mine, right? Pretty cool individual, right? But he was saying that, why is it that neighborhoods beef it in the streets? Like, why do gangs beef it with each other, right? Like, how is it that these people talk about the raza and this and that, but yet they're fighting over drug territory, right? Like, they kill each other over drug territory, right? Because they're, pumping all these drugs into the streets and, fighting over, who gets to kill our people with drugs and stuff like that. And, I understand where he's coming from, I understand, right? But the thing is that people watch too many movies, though. Because gangs don't fight over drug territory. That's not why they're fighting each other. You know what I mean? That's not why it's done. Now, other groups fight for drug territory, right? Like mobs and cartels and, groups like that, right? They fight over drug territory, right? But gangs don't fight over drug territory. That's not why they fight. As a matter of fact, why gangs fight is actually something, more pettier than that, right? They literally fight over egos. That's the reason why gangs beef with each other. It's all because of ego. Egos is the only reason why these gangs are fighting with each other, right? Now, what I mean by ego is it's not done over, drug territory. It's done over, like, you want to be the biggest, baddest motherfuckers in the area, right? Like, you're number one, right? Like, nobody's on your guys' level. Like, all these individuals are raised to think that their body's number one, that they're the best, that, they're the top of the top, the cream of the crop, the baddest motherfuckers in the area, right? So then you have other gangs that start around your area, right? And then it's like a clash of egos, right? Like, both individuals want to be the alphas, right? Like, they want to be the big dogs in the yard, and you can only have one big dog in the yard, right? So, anytime these individuals end up, in the same area or anything like that, there's going to be a clash of tempers, right? Because everybody wants to be the big and bads, right? So, and neither side is going to want to back down because you're raised not to back down, right? So if they don't want to back down, you guys don't want to back down. That's what creates the conflicts and issues, right? Or let's say they're partying in your area, right? Or they start riding in your area, so you take it as disrespect, so you cross them out, put your guys' neighborhoods. But that's what starts the beefs, though, the ego tripping, right? Like, this is your girl, and then fool spits, like, at her, or something like that, right? But it's all over ego, right? You feel disrespected that these guys think that they could come into your area and, like, throw their weight around, and you're not gonna have that shit, right? Like, nah, we're the top dogs right here, So it's literally done over egos, So it's not even done over money, You would at least think it was done over that, right? But it's never done over, like, money, like drug territory, right? That, in movies and all that shit, that's why it's done, right? And obviously, that's the media's gonna put that as the motive too, because they gotta push propaganda, right? The gang members are pumping drugs in the streets, but in all sheer reality, not that many gang members sell drugs. Like, maybe out of that whole entire gang, maybe 1, 2, 3 dudes sell drugs, if even that. You know what I mean? Now, they indulge in drugs, but to sell that they sell drugs, you'll maybe have a few individuals. Maybe 1 out of 20 sells drugs. So, if you have maybe like 300 guys, maybe like out of those 300 guys, only like 5 dudes sell drugs. And that's 100, though, bro. You know what I mean? That's propaganda that the media likes to push out there, that these gangs are the ones that are, supplying drugs into the streets and whoop-de-whoop. The fuck? There's a difference between a drug dealer and a gang member, right? Not to say that there isn't any gang members that are drug dealers, right? But to automatically assume and say that these gang members are retarded. I'm telling you, way too many movies, bro. Way too many movies. Now, there is, certain neighborhoods, it gets deeper into certain, cases and, of certain neighborhoods, moving massive amount of weights and stuff like that. But that's already diving into stuff that I'm just not going to talk about here, right? Right? But like I said, it's rare and it's few neighborhoods, right? Out of all the gangs, there's only few neighborhoods that have their hands in that cookie jar, you know what I mean? So it's not like how everyone thinks it is. Right? So these neighborhoods are literally fighting over just wanting to be the big and baddest motherfuckers in the area, right? So that's why you have these individuals clashing and going at it with each other, bro. Because it just started off with, fights, because you feel disrespected, right? Fights, crossing out. And then once that first body drops, it's over, bro. Then you'll forever have chaos, a never-ending chaos, right? Because now that lives have been lost, both sides are going to feel some type of way, and they're just not going to let up. You know what I mean? Because no side's going to want to look like the weak ones, West. Um, and it's just that never-ending cycle, right? Petty, stupid, yeah, but it is what it is, though. That's why it goes down. So it has nothing to do with no drug territory, nothing like that. It's literally because you have to keep this in mind. These neighborhoods were started by kids. These rules and an establishment was created by kids. There were kids when they first created these neighborhoods and how the neighborhoods run and everything. It was done by young kids, bro. 12, 13, 14-year-olds, bro. That was who started these neighborhoods. That's why some of these neighborhoods have some names or, mispronunciations or misspellings, or because they were created by kids, bro. But since that's divided already, that's what it is, though, right? That's the history, so it is what it is, right? Because people can be like, well, that's so stupid, whatever, because it was started by kids. But you have to keep this in mind. That's who's running around out there doing the mess. It's just a cycle of kids, bro. A cycle of misled, misunderstood kids, bro, who have a lot of anger. That's the reason why these neighborhoods cause chaos and look for destruction, because they're young kids that don't know how to express themselves, who are full of a lot of rage, who are just looking to let all that rage out, right? To lash out because it makes them feel better when now they're causing pain to others, right? The very pain that they feel, right? The unfairness that they feel that they have, within themselves, right? So they're looking to cause chaos. They're looking to cause trouble. They don't want peace, because they're full of so much rage that they just want to lash out, So that's the reason why, it's so easy for them to pick fights and start issues, bro. Because you got a lot of, hotheads out there, bro, who are mad at the world, because of the situation they're in. So that's why you get these conflicts and issues, and why these conflicts and issues have been existing, and why you still have chaos and stuff out there, shootings and stuff like that. You have a bunch of kids who are just mad at the world, clashing with each other, or lashing out at each other. Feel like this is what makes them, feel better about their overall situation, right? Now causing others the very pain that they feel. But overall, in general, that's just pretty much why it's done. So, what do you guys think? Leave your opinions in the comments. Shout out, we out.